I'm Matt Griffith, and I'm here with one of our new hosts for Places to Go.
I'm Maria Clara, and we are in San Andres.
My name is Maria Clara. I'm one of the new hosts for Places to Go. I was born in Medellin, Colombia, the city of eternal spring, but I was raised in Canada. I have a huge passion for Colombia. It is a magical place where you can find from the coldest but charming places to the jungle and the Caribbean. It is also a place of innovative, friendly, and happy people. You are always welcome to learn more about my country. I love people. I enjoy discovering new cultures and learning from them. Join me to discover a different world, places that you thought you would never reach, and of course, get you started to travel the world with me. We all know that Caribbean islands can be expensive, so we wanted to show you an inexpensive Caribbean island option that is very affordable and isn't hard to get to, but will require an extra flight or two to get there. San Andres is a Caribbean island unlike any of the other Caribbean islands you may have been to previously. It's also more or less the best kept secret, as chances are you've never heard of it. If you think that maybe you have but aren't sure, you might just be thinking about the San Andres Fault in California or the movie starring Dwayne Johnson about the San Andres Fault. This island tends to be known by mostly those in Latin America. So how do you get here? Well, if you're coming from the US, the cheapest way is to fly to Cartagena, Colombia on Spirit or JetBlue Airlines. Then catch a Viva Air or LATAM flight for typically under $100 round trip to San Andres. Tourists traveling to San Andres Island must purchase the tourist card at the service module of the boarding lounge the day of the flight. You have to be very careful because if you don't get it, you won't be able to enter the island. Okay, let's get started. We arrived in San Andres at lunchtime. The weather was perfect to start touring the island, but first we wanted to get some lunch. I was starving, so we looked at some nearby restaurants' menus and decided on having lunch at the Gourmet Shop on the corner of Avenida Las Americas and Avenida Colón. It had an excellent menu selection and we found the decorations inside very neat and interesting. Their decorations were very eclectic, with what seemed like a million bottles suspended from the ceiling and tree trunks as support columns. The food was fantastic and reasonably priced. You should also bear in mind that in San Andres, as in all of Colombia, tipping is a little bit different than other countries. The amount is not large, usually about 2,000, 5,000 Colombian pesos, but always appreciated. A fancier or luxury restaurant may already include a 15% service charge, therefore always be sure to double check your bill before you pay.
The best way to get around the island for me is to get an ATV. You can go around the place, meet new people, and just have the best time.
We needed a way to get around on the island, and what better way to do so than with an ATV? The streets of San Andres are riddled with ATVs and motorcycles. It's a common way to get around. There are several places to rent these, and if you go to Carrera 1, near where Avenida Colón connects, you'll find a half dozen rental places, all within a 2 or 3 block area. This is the area where we got ours. You can negotiate with the rental places, but they tend to run out of vehicles quickly and therefore don't negotiate that much. We paid 405,000 pesos for ours, which is about 150 US dollars. Not the cheapest, but definitely a better option for getting around on this island rather than a car. Our producer, Matt Griffith, drove most of the time, and all I can say is, OMG, he has a very heavy foot. Driving around the island has some breathtaking views. San Andres is a Caribbean island, but not your typical Caribbean island. It's a very unique and fresh place to visit. Only on a Colombian island you will be able to see cows walking down the street. But that is what really adds a special flair to this island. While San Andres might seem backwards to some, that is also what gives it the character that other Caribbean islands don't have. Our first stop was Laguna Big Pond Barrack. We were immediately greeted by a tour guide who is going to show you around whether you want to or not. Ours was very friendly. While they have a vest on that resembles a uniform, we're not entirely sure they are official tour guides or not. This is not uncommon for San Andres people. They are hardworking and can get really creative if they don't have work. But one thing is for sure, almost all of the people have hearts of gold and are genuinely nice and friendly. She showed us where we could park our ATV and walked us to the pond where there are crocodiles. Not only that, there are several dogs, and the crocodiles and the dogs don't seem to be afraid of each other and will stand incredibly close to each other. This was a very unique first stop.
Right now we are at the big pond where a lot of people a few years ago used to come here to wash their clothes. San Andres didn't always have good water, so a lot of people just came here, washed their things, and then left. These are my little friends. They are so nice, so beautiful. They love me, I love them. They're not big crocodiles, they're the small ones. That's the mama, that's the daddy. She's pregnant right now. They are the babies of this pond.
We toured a little more and found a very traditional neighborhood where the Emmanuel Baptist Church is located. This church is also known as the First Baptist Church, and it's located in Sector of La Loma. It is easily identifiable thanks to its striking red roof.
So right now we are at the First Baptist Church here in San Andres Island. This church was built in 1844. There was a guy that came to the island and started building a lot of places for people to come and visit. We are going up to see the panoramic view this church has. It's so old.
It is considered the first ever Baptist church in Latin America and was made from wood brought from Alabama in galleon boats to the northeast side of the island.
Well, then after maybe 25 stairs or 50, I don't know, it was very, very scary. We are alive and we are here at the top of the church. You can see like a panoramic of all San Andres. It's beautiful.
But be warned, the stairs are steep. Take your time on your way up and your way back down. There's also a small museum here with items from another time.
I'm in Casa Museo. This is a house museum. There's a bunch of stuff. They don't know whose it was or when it got here, but it's all very old. Come and see.
You can find kitchen utensils, radios, clothing, and other objects from many years ago. We stopped at Westview, paid our 5,000 pesos, that's about $1.50 per person to enter. Here, you'll find a beach with a large rock platform that extends out into the water as a makeshift dive platform. Or you can try the slide, which is way cool. This is a fantastic place to go snorkeling. While you're underwater, look for King Neptune, the king of the mermaids. This statue was made by the artist Mario Hoyos in 2012. It's made from eco-friendly materials and it attracts corals and curious fish and, of course, divers. Adding this statue underwater was a very nice touch. This is honestly a great place to spend a few hours enjoying swimming with the fish in the clear waters and, of course, have a Coco Loco. There are different variations of Coco Loco throughout the country, and every vendor has his or her own recipe for it. But it's pretty much a cocktail made with rum, tequila, vodka, lime juice, coconut cream, coconut water, and ice cubes. La Piscinita, which is Spanish for little pool, is a natural setting and one of the most beautiful on the island. Its crystalline water and calm sea allow tourists to enjoy and appreciate a large variety of colorful fish and the marine world with just the naked eye. It is the ideal place for snorkeling.
Right now, I'm in San Andres Boulevard. This is downtown where people come, shop, eat, and maybe go out and party. Let's go.
The Colombian government declared San Andres Island a duty-free zone, so in addition to the beautiful sea and white sand beaches, the island is now a shopping destination as well. Items that are usually heavily taxed, such as alcohol, perfume, cigarettes, chocolate, and electronic items, are generally much cheaper than elsewhere. You can also find lots of clothing brands and boutiques that will do great for a day of shopping.
You can find things so cheap. There's a lot of things, perfumes, clothing, toys, everything you need, you can find it here.
The first day was awesome, but we still have lots to discover in San Andres. Our Airbnb was in Tu Casa en el Mar, located in the nicer shopping district. Our place was nicely decorated, and while it was more or less a hotel-style room, it had a refrigerator and a cooktop. It was only a few-minute walk from Playa Sprite Beach, which is the main beach for San Andres. We started the day with the right foot. After walking several blocks, we found a very nice place called Breakfast at Coffee Break. Cozy and with excellent service, and of course, there I gave them to try the arepa. The arepa is one of the most popular foods in Colombia. They're served in almost every home and are the equivalent of tortillas in Mexico and bread in Italy. It's made of ground maize dough, and you can mix it up with cheese and butter or anything else.
So yesterday we got around the island on an ATV. Today it's a little bit different. We are gonna go on a boat.
We rented a boat for a few hours to go around the island and visit some of the smaller islands around San Andres, such as Johnny Cay and the Aquarium. When going to these little islands, be sure to bring cash because none of them are able to process credit or debit cards for drinks and food. You'll probably get into the water, so I would advise bring a sea-label plastic sandwich bag to put your cash so you can keep it on your person and it won't get drenched. If you would like to go around the island on a boat, be sure to rent it in a safe and legitimate place. The central marinas are on the boulevard, so you can have a fun and safe trip. It will take around 4 hours. There are also different beaches around where you can see starfish, such as the beach of San Luis, Santa Catalina, and a few others. Be careful, they can only be underwater, so make sure to treat them well. It was time to go and visit Johnny Cay Natural Regional Park. This small and beautiful island is just a short boat ride from San Andres, but we unfortunately were not able to go on it because we just happened to be there during the 1 week a year that it is closed for cleaning, which is the first week of March. But that didn't stop our camera guy from getting some great drone footage of the island. Colombia is a fruit lover's paradise with many delicious and exotic tropical fruits that can be difficult to find in North America or Europe, and San Andres has them all. You can find the typical fruits that are easy to find in North America and Europe, like apples, bananas, pineapples, and strawberries. But one of the benefits of living here is the tropical fruits like papaya, guanábana, and carambolo.
This place is the Aquarium, or locally called El Aquarium, where people come, swim with fishes, take pictures, and have a drink.
The Aquarium, El Aquarium, is one of the most popular cays for tourists. It is located just a few minutes by boat from San Andres and gets its name from its transparent water, which allows visitors to see the different marine species of the region. Haynes Cay Islet, a coral cay surrounded by palm trees and abundant vegetation. It can be reached on foot from the aquarium as the water that separates it is very shallow, making snorkeling the recommended activity here. There are food and drink vendors, but be sure to bring your sunscreen as the sun is bright and there is no cover.
There's a ton of water activities that you can practice here, like kiteboarding, snorkeling, and jet skiing.
Kite surfing and parasailing are some of the sports you can find, especially in the center of San Andres, near the boulevard, a tourist place on the island. There, you will find several instructors ready to help you and give you an experience in the water that will leave you breathless. Thousands of tourists go there each year to have fun.
This place is called La Regatta, where people from all over the world come to have lobster, fish, shrimp, and here is the best place to get it. A ton of color, a lot of cultural Caribbean stuff, and the good thing is that it's right on the ocean.
If you're wondering where to have a lunch that you'll never forget, you can head to La Regatta. This place is considered by many as the island's best restaurant. It is housed on a wooden pontoon over the sea at Club Náutico. Despite a huge array of pirate decorations, it has a formal white-lined tablecloth atmosphere, and the food is heavenly.
In La Regatta, you can have one of these plates. This is lobster, by the way, for only 95,000 pesos. That's like $33. So cheap. This is the Creole Cultural Market, when people come buy gifts and get to know a little bit more about the tradition of San Andres.
The Creole Shops is a mini market where locals sell typical things like candy, jewelry, and art of the island for tourists to buy and take home as a gift. This place is a step away from La Regatta restaurant. When traveling around the world and traveling San Andres, of course, keep in mind that you must take good care of your belongings. That's why we have a phrase that you can put into practice. The phrase "don't give papaya" is a translation of a Colombian saying, meaning don't let yourself be taken advantage of. As long as you're careful, you'll be fine. Our time in San Andres was fantastic. Who doesn't like the beach? And who doesn't prefer the clear waters of the Caribbean? I really hope you liked our presentation of our secret little island and the money you'll save vacationing here. This is a small paradise that not a lot of people know about, but when they do, they fall in love. You will be able to get to know the island's culture, the people, and its beautiful landscapes. After all, we all have places to go.